Do you think you'll move closer to your family with the baby coming? How is your part-time job going? Future moving plans? What form of contraceptive do you currently use, if any? Will you be there for Megan's birth? When will be the first time you see your niece? I'm cracking a mini Diet Coke for this video. Cheers, y'all. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another video. Today we're sitting down together. We have a little candle going. I'm in like a bit of a new, filming spot as far as my sit-down videos go, and that's what I was in the mood to film today. Sometimes I just really like to sit and catch up with you guys. I'm a chatty girl. I'm in a chatty mood. I just want to talk. I want to just feel like I'm on FaceTime with my besties. So thank you so much for coming to this video to hang out and catch up with me. I just felt like it's kind of been a while since I've really chatted with you guys, I suppose. So happy to have you here. If you like Q&A videos like this, definitely give this video a quick thumbs up. It means a lot to me. It's totally free to do, and it just helps me to know that you guys enjoy seeing these videos. Let's dive in. I have some good questions today. I'm taking a few questions from TikTok, and then most of them are going to be from Instagram, but I wanted to ask my TikTok girls because you guys know in the past few months I've literally become a TikTok girly. I am having so much fun. I've just completely taken the pressure off, and I'm just having so much fun with it, and it seems like you guys have really been enjoying it too. Of course, I'm going to do a little shameless promo of my TikTok because I have been posting on there a lot recently. It's a great way to keep caught up with what I'm up to as far as daily or the next day, where YouTube is a little bit delayed. But let's dive into these questions. How are you able to maintain privacy in your life while posting about your life online? I really liked this question, and I don't know if I've really talked about this too much, and I actually feel like compared to a lot of my friends and people that I know that post online, of course everyone's different, but I feel like I really don't share that much. In terms of, I'm not the girl that has 10 frame Instagram stories every day. I'm not the girl that's I need to keep you updated on my every move. This is what I'm doing today. Not to say that there's literally anything wrong with that. I have some days where I'm more active and I feel like posting more for sure. I think the past few years I've really come into a great balance, a work-life balance, because this job is that confusing. There's a blurred line of what is work and what is just sharing your life. I just feel like I've come to such a good balance with it where, yeah, sometimes there's a week where I don't post on my Instagram story. And maybe some people watching that from a content creation or a managerial aspect would be that's so horrible for your career. That is, why would you do that? You have to be consistent, because that's what people say. You have to post every single day. And I just kind of feel I'm gonna post when I want to post. I don't want to force myself to do a bunch of stories every day, or I don't want to force myself to make content when I'm not excited about it. As far as keeping things private, I think it's just become a lot more important to me as the years have gone on, and my career was kind of I had a lot more eyes watching me when I was younger. I actually feel it was probably good for me because it showed me these are things that maybe I want to share, and maybe these are things that I don't want to share as much. And I think an aspect of privacy for anyone or most people, I think, is really important, and it's very sacred to know that there's things that I will absolutely never post, and there are things that I love to talk about. I feel I'm very, very open about a lot of things, especially on my Patreon. If you're a patron, I will literally talk about anything on my Patreon. I do still feel I share a lot, I open up a lot, and I think it's just a very nice level of balance that I've found over the past few years. And I thank you guys for allowing that and allowing me to have that and respecting that, because I really think most of you guys absolutely do. Hi Diva says, do you ever experience task paralysis or overwhelm with all the things you have to complete, like chores and to-do lists? Sometimes I feel I have a hard time with time management. Love you, Linz. I felt I really related to this question. I'm definitely the type of person that 90% of my days are fueled by a to-do list. And just my brain is the type of brain that's what's the next thing I'm doing? This is what I rarely, I would say, stop and just am not thinking about the next thing, at least during the days. Like during the night, I definitely go into chill mode, relax mode, which is very nice. I feel like I really, myself as a person, I really need that to balance out how I am during the days. Just like every little thing, even like running an errand or showering or whatever it is, like I'm always thinking about, this is what I'm gonna do next, this is what I'm gonna do next. So I definitely agree with what you're saying as far as the like feeling overwhelmed with to-do lists and things like that. And I think that it's hard because I struggle with, you know, I feel really good being productive and getting, you know, my tasks checked off. And so it's hard because I like having those feelings, but then I do feel like I struggle with not having a lot of days where I'm just going with the flow. And that's something that I think is always something I'm kind of working on. Every day doesn't need to be this like, not that I'm so busy, I'm not trying to say that, but every day doesn't have to be like task, 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 every little thing. Like some days, and I do have days like this, I'm not saying I never do, but I should give myself more. Like I honestly feel like in a perfect world, one day a week, I would just have like a totally free day. I think it's just something that in this world of, it's such a fast-paced world, even just social media and what we see, so it just makes you feel like you have to be like doing all these things and like keeping up with a million different things every day. But it actually is so rewarding too, to just take a step back and just like listen to yourself when you need rest and you need to just take a few hours or take the whole day or take the whole weekend to literally just like do nothing and recharge. Okay, one of the most common questions I got, so I definitely want to answer it early on into the video. This one's from Rebecca. Do you think you'll move closer to your family with the baby coming? So yes, for anyone that doesn't know, I feel like all y'all probably know this based off of my last video, but my sister is having her first baby. I'm entering my auntie era and I'm just literally so freaking excited for like the next few years and just like to see her come into her personality and just like develop my relationship with my little niece and potentially future nieces and nephews down the line. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have already experienced this. I feel like a lot of my friends already like are in their aunt uncle era and it's my first time. I did get like tons of questions about like, is it hard being away from your family as you get older? And my family, if you guys didn't know, this is like all of us are spread out. It's not just me and my sister. So my parents live in Georgia. My sister lives in Vermont, which is literally like an 18-hour drive from my parents. Then you go over on the complete opposite side of the country, Idaho, and then Wyoming, which is where my brother is. So my brother and I actually live the closest. Me and Jared went to see him like last year and he lives in Jackson Hole and it made me be like, okay, I want to visit my brother more often. I mean, I've been there before, but it had been a while. Anyway, me and my brother live the closest, like a 6-hour drive. And I see all of my family minimum once a year for our family trip that we do every single year, and that's something that we will continue to do. So it's like, I know at least being away from my family, at least I will see them once a year for a long period of time. It's like, usually we do like 8 to 10 days for the trip, which is really nice because like I get to see and really spend that time with everyone, and I feel like it is so important and so meaningful to me to have that as we've gotten older. Anyway, do I think I'll move closer to my family with the baby coming? I don't have any plans to move out of Idaho. I think that's maybe something that's like a misconception. I don't know. I know I have said in the past, and I still feel this way. In my life, we're talking my entire lifetime, I want to live one other place, like at least one other place. It might only be for a year. It might not be till I'm retired and Jared has more of an ability with work because his job is here 100%. The only time I wanted to leave Idaho was after my breakup like 4 years ago, when I just was like, I feel like there's not much left here for me. And luckily I waited it out. I needed to feel that it was a place for me rather than a place I came for one person. And once I got over that little hurdle and was able to feel that way, I was like, oh my God, I love Idaho and I love Boise. And I really don't want to leave. I have no plans on leaving anytime in the next at least 5 years. My family has been spread apart for over 10 years. This isn't something that's like new. I feel like some people might not understand it, but I feel like I get a lot of really special time with my family. Of course, I would love to have more. Of course, like I would love to be closer to my family and my sister. And I did get some questions about like when I'm gonna go and meet the baby, so I'll answer that. But I guess I just want to say, like, of course, in a perfect world, I would live closer to my family, but I think sometimes it's just not, like, once you get into your life and like where you're settling down roots, like sometimes it's just not that easy, especially if you're taking like another person and their family into account. All right, next question is from Kira. How is your part-time job going? I appreciate people that asked about Tidy Style. I actually got promoted recently, like about 2 weeks ago I got promoted, which is, I'm very excited. It's kind of been something that I've been working towards for a while now, and I'm just very, I'm very excited. So we have our job lead on every job, and then we have the co-lead, which is what I got promoted to. So it's like the second in command, and there's a lot of job responsibilities, but it's something that I've been like training, like I said, and working towards for a while, and I'm just very excited to like get more into it. And that also means that I'm probably going to be working more and scheduled more and having like more challenging but also like more types of jobs. So I'm just excited. So it's probably going to be like a busy summer of organizing. Work has been fun. I truly really enjoy my coworkers, and they make it just such a good like work environment. And I really enjoy like just working with our different clients too, and just the process of organizing different spaces. And it's just very, like, for my Virgo brain, you guys know, it's just very rewarding to see it all come together. And I'm just excited for this new chapter, I guess you could say. So very excited about that. That happened, like I said, like right around 2 weeks ago. So I wanted to let you guys know that. Okay, good. Amanda says, I've been watching you since your festival days. Do you think you'll go to any more? I did get a couple questions about this, like, do you still go to festivals? It's been almost 2 years. I've taken some time off. Unfortunately, my reason is actually, like, to me, it's like kind of sad, but it's just, also I'm getting older. Like, it's not like I'm old, but it's really, if you've been to camping festivals, it's just not as easy as when you're 21 to like go and do a 4 or 5 day thing. Like, it really is a lot of energy. I just have a lot of unfortunate anxiety about camping festivals now. Not festivals in general. I really do actually miss going to festivals in general, and I would like to go to something soon. I just like don't really have, I want to do like a city festival or something that's not camping. Like, I don't mean this in a sad way, but I honestly don't know if I'll ever go back to a camping festival. Like, it would have to be something that's like an overnight thing, like maybe 2 days or 1 day. I just get so much anxiety about sleeping, and I cannot sleep. Like, the last 3 or 4, 5 camping festivals I've done, I cannot sleep. And I'm up all night. It's not because I'm on anything, it's literally just because it's loud and I can't like settle my mind. And I get a lot of anxiety about it, to the point where like that's probably the reason I can't sleep, is because I have so much anxiety from past not being able to sleep the entire weekend, and then like trying to run a 4 or 5 day weekend where you're up, you need to have so much energy, you're going to all these shows, you're not really like getting your proper nutrition because it's just not really possible. You're eating like twice a day, you're eating like pizza and like snacks. It's just not like very sustainable, and it's honestly sad for me to say that because I feel like I sound, I don't know, I don't want to sound like old and lame and it's not that, but I just kind of like hit a wall. The last electric forest I went to, probably total over 4 nights, I got like 8 or 9 hours of sleep. Total. So I was just a mess that weekend, and I can't like be myself when I feel that way, and it makes me really sad. But I've tried a lot of different things to sleep, and it's just not really an environment where I can sleep because it's very noisy. That was kind of a long story of saying, sadly, I'm definitely on like a break right now. I don't want to say that like it's over for me. I definitely like love live music so much, and I love festivals. It is something that I've done so much in my late teens and early 20s that I feel like I have experienced honestly, almost every festival that I've wanted to go to, I have been to multiple times, or at least once, which is great. I feel like at least I was able to experience so many and have so many memories. And I really do look back fondly. Like, even if I wasn't getting any sleep, I still had such a great time and met incredible people, and I do miss that like energy so much. So if you have any good like city festivals that you recommend, drop them below. I would love to hear. My festival time is absolutely not over by any means. I just need it to adjust. Okay, I kind of answered this question a little bit earlier, so I'm gonna keep it brief, but I always get questions about moving, and I do have like a miniature update on moving stuff. So this one's from Caroline. Future moving plans. All I really wanted to share is that Jared and I are looking, we have begun touring houses to rent. Still not ready to buy, but we love this house. Speaking for myself, and I believe speaking for Jared too, this house is incredible. I truly like don't even want to leave this house, but we have very specific things that we're looking for. If we can find a house that is cheaper or the same rent that we pay here, that has a fenced backyard, that's basically the number one thing we're looking for. It would also need to have a lot of storage and pantry, like a pantry, because this house has so much storage and the most incredible pantry. But we really want a backyard space for the dogs. Like, I just feel like Cholula needs it. We don't let him off leash because he kind of is like a bit of a runner. And I just feel like it would be so nice to have for the dogs. So currently manifesting that. I'm looking at places, and we actually did tour 2 places already. I have vlogged it, but like I might put it in a future video, like when we actually, you know, hopefully move. But this is something that will be difficult to find. Like, we're only really gonna move if we like the house as much as this house, and it has a backyard, and it's not more expensive than what we're paying here. So, and it's a rental. So honestly, what we're looking for is basically what everybody wants in Boise that's renting, or everybody wants everywhere. It's already proven to be difficult, but we are looking, and that's basically my only update. So if I have, and I'm filming the tours because, you know, hopefully if we did find something that we want to apply for, like I'll have that footage to show you guys. So I'm filming all the tours that we've done 2 in the past like month, and neither of them we wanted to apply for, unfortunately, but maybe I'll put that footage in. Like, let me know, even if we didn't apply for it, would you guys still want to see the house tour? I don't know. Like I said, it would probably be something that I would put in like a future touring houses to move type vlog, but it feels like weird to put it in a video now when I honestly don't know the timeline of us moving at all. And I do want you guys to know that I'm not like desperate to move. Like, I'm so happy in our house. Truly, our house is incredible. And it's a great location too. Like, we only would move if we can get that same love for a house with the backyard. But I'm choosing to be positive and just be like, I think it's out there. I think it might just take a while and be difficult to find, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen and isn't out there. So updates to come. It could be soon. Like, it could be, we could be moving in like a month, or we could be moving, you know, not for like a year if we don't, or however long it takes us to find something. Maybe we'll stay in this house until we buy a house, because honestly this house is great. Okay, Eloisa asked, any plans for your 30th birthday and still loving Boise? So I answered the Boise question, but I wanted to answer the any plans for my 30th, because yes, I'm turning 30 this year, which is crazy, but I actually did tell myself, like, Lindsay, this is the year you should do something big. I never do anything for my birthday. Like, I don't even do a dinner for my birthday. I usually do end up seeing my family on that annual family trip, like right around my birthday. So the last few years, it's been nice because I've gotten to celebrate with my family, but other than that, I never do a big, like, I've never done a birthday trip. I never really do birthday dinners. Like, probably the last big birthday dinner I had was over 10 years ago. So 30, it just feels like the right time. So I am trying to plan a trip. I don't want to like say anything yet, just in case like it doesn't end up coming to fruition, but I am planning a group trip. I've texted everybody and like let them know, hey, these are like the dates. This is where I'm thinking I want to do it. Like, let me know if you're interested. So I've gone and done that, but I need to like get more into planning. 30 feels like I need to do something, and I might regret it one day if I don't. Like, this could be such an incredible trip. So yes, I am planning something. I'll let you guys know like more updates on that, but hopefully it works out, crossing my fingers, because I do really want it to work out. A few people asked me this. The username is what am I doing 1 2 3 4. Honestly relatable. Will you be there for Megan's birth? When will be the first time you see your niece? I'm not going to be there for Megan's birth. My mom, her husband, her midwives, I think that's it. But those are the only people that she wants there for her birth. Of course, I would never be like, I really want to be there for the birth. It's not the same type of thing as if like she lived down the street from me in Boise and I could just go over to the hospital. Like obviously then I would be like waiting in the waiting room, you know? Well, if she wanted that, okay? It's about what the mom and the dad want. I'm gonna give them their time, as much time as they need to like enjoy the baby, truly. And then whenever my sister tells me, hey, like we're feeling more settled, however long that takes, we've talked about it, and then I'm gonna, you know, plan to go visit the baby. I'm trying to coordinate my trip hopefully with my brother for him to meet the baby too, so it will probably be sometime this summer. I don't know a month. Like I haven't booked it because it's kind of one of those things. It's like we don't exactly know when she's gonna come. She could come early, she could come late. And like I said, I want to give them all the time they need to have and not feel like people are in their space. But I am very, very excited, and it won't be too long. Like it'll definitely be this summer, and I just can't wait. M. Bradley asked, experience with birth control. What form of contraceptive do you currently use, if any? I feel like I haven't like given it an update on this in a while, and it is very important to me to just like discuss and be open about not only like contraception, but just like women's health and being like in charge, in control of your own body, and just like everything that has to do with that. I use the ring. Now I know everyone's different, so I would never recommend something because that is not, you know, I would never recommend something. I just recommend everyone does what's best for their bodies, of course. But I do the ring. I just have the generic one, but like the name brand is NuvaRing. I just do the generic one because it's free with my insurance. And I've been doing the ring for at least 2 years. I think a little over 2 years now. And I personally like never had any issues with it. All hormonal birth control is gonna affect people's bodies in different ways. So once again, it's just whatever works for you. I've definitely tried a few things over the years, and I personally, for myself, have liked the ring best. I only have to put it in once during the month, which I really like. I don't have to take something every day, and I feel like I've really never had many issues with it. It's very like easy. That's what I use, and I think there's so many things that you could use for contraception. It just depends on like what you feel like is the best thing for you. I don't ever want to come at things from like a fear-based mindset. Like of course certain people have had like horrible experiences with certain types of birth control, but like I don't need to like put that on to somebody. I can talk about what works for me and not have to be like, but I think it would work for you, because I don't know if it will work for you. You can only really know with trying things, which is kind of like annoying, but I guess it's just kind of true. Oh, and kind of relating to that, I didn't want to make it a whole question, but every single time I do a Q&A, I get questions about if I've changed my mind about having kids, and I feel like I usually answer it. Like I usually answer some type of question about having kids or not wanting to have kids, and I'm just going to keep it super brief. I have not changed my mind. I am continuing my journey of choosing to be child-free. That's how I feel. I feel very confident in my decision. Maybe it'll change someday, and if it does change, I will let you guys know. I think you can choose to be child-free and be very confident in that, while simultaneously being excited for people who want to have babies and people who want that. It doesn't have to be this like, we don't get each other thing. Like I can understand, of course, that people want kids, and hopefully people with kids can understand that I don't want kids. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much to everyone who asked a question. Even if I didn't answer it in this video, I always appreciate hearing from you guys, and leave me a comment down below. I would love to chat with you. I love just like getting comments on YouTube. I read all of them. Like if you ever think I don't read it, I get and see and read all my comments. You guys can always check out my Patreon if you want more personal content from me, videos, mini podcasts, smoke sesh videos, secret vlogs, the list goes on. I'll have it linked on the screen. It's always linked in the top of the description box down below too for anyone that wants to check it out. I loved catching up with you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I will just see you guys so soon in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Every time we talk, I gotta walk away.